Hello, people of Earth. I am the Jules. Welcome to the Psychic Profiler. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, everything. And yeah, let's get into it. I found this really neat phone grabber so I can actually possibly, or not, let's move this first. Way to go, Jules. Smart, smooth move. Getting used to this thing. Alright, let's see here. Excuse the mess that is my bed. Oops. Are you adequately concussed? Okay, let's move on. Let's see if I can get this straightened out. Alright. Say hello to my cat. Hey, move your butt. So how is everyone today? You guys good? Good. Alright, let's start off with the zodiac signs. Actually, let's start off with lighting the incense. I use sage, and then I use this, it's called Ritual. It's a really nice, it's for intuition. It's a lotus, and it smells really, really good, and it helps to enhance the your intuition. Now, I was going to have music playing, but I kind of forgot. Accidentally switched it off. So, Heavenly Father, please bless this reading. Please provide clear, accurate answers. Anybody sending any negative energy my way to impede upon this tarot reading, please return it to sender times 10 with a divine swift kick up the behind. Archangel Michael, I call upon you for protection, and I appreciate and thank you for the gifts and your protection. Alright, let's get going. So we got zodiacs. I'm going to do a free style read. Just to see what's going on. Alright. Alright, what zodiac sign are we going to be reading about today? Heavenly Father, we have the Libra Scorpio cusper out again. Lord, I'm not reading another Libra Scorpio cusper. This is the third time. Yeah, let's pick another one. Lord, can we not do that energy, please? Please, Lord, can we do anything but the Libra Scorpio cusper energy? Let's get some new energy in here, Lord. Heavenly Father. Alright. Aquarius. Let's go with Aquarius. Alright. Alright. Like, the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. Show me yes. Show me no. Is the sky blue? Is water wet? Is my son watching videos out in the living room? Am I one-eyed, one-horned Giant purple people eater. No, I'm not Grimace. That's great. Cool. Alright, Heavenly Father, is this, alright, clear that. Is this Aquarius a Aquarius sun sign? No. Alright, is this sun, moon, or rising? Okay. Sun, moon, or rising. So let's see here. Let's go with, see what people are attached to this Aquarius. Sure. It's weird not having music. It's alright though. We'll do it next time. It's really warm out today. It's like the UP. I'm just grateful there's no snow. I've had enough of snow. Alright, let's see here. Alright, who is attached to this Aquarius? What two individuals are attached to this Aquarius? We have someone who's a false flame. And who else? Someone's partner. Alright. What is their alignment? Let's move that out of the way. What is the alignment on these individuals? Alright, the alignment on, let's move this here, Aquarius partner. Alright, what's the alignment of this false flame? Hi. Alright, a neutral and pure schemer takes everything into consideration and acts according to logic and reasoning for their own purpose. That's the false flame. Alright, what about this Aquarius? Lawful good Crusader combines honor and compassion. Alright, what about this partner? Social moral counselor does what is moral without breaking the law but will work to change it. That's the partner. Alright. Let's see what archetype we're working with here. Alright. What's the archetype for these individuals? Alright. Tell me the archetype of this false flame. Messiah. Alright, Lord, is this Messiah supposed to be in the reverse? Yes. It's a very much yes. Okay. So Messiah in the reverse is exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. Alright, what about this Aquarius? Child orphan. Is this child orphan supposed to be in the upright? Yes. Light attributes independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of survival. Or surviving. Alright, what about this partner? An advocate. Is this advocate supposed to be in the upright? Yes. Okay. Inspires you to put compassion into action. Advocate, the partner. It's actually a lot easier if I... Here, let me... So you guys can see the cards where I place them. So right here, we have the false flame, the neutral and pure schemer. In the middle, we have the Aquarius, the lawful good Crusader. And then on this side, we have the partner, which is a social moral counselor advocate. All right, what souls are we dealing with here? As you can see, we use the pendulum. All right. All right, what do we have for the souls we're dealing with here? So it's to do with this false flame, this neutral and pure schemer. Okay, we've got Nyx, Enchantress of Night, Secrets, Vigilance, and Subterfuge. And that's the false flame. Alright, what about this Aquarius? Arthur, the champion of Avalon. Championship, nobility, and self-realization for this Aquarius. So tell me about this partner over here. This social moral counselor, partner, advocate. That one just kind of flung out. Tell me about this partner. Tell me about this partner. The Morrigan, Weaver of Fate, antipathy, introspection, and opposition for this partner. Now if I had a second, maybe I can... Is this still recording? Yes, it is. Hi! Turn the Wi-Fi on so I can actually look up what antipathy means. So, alright, wait until that boots up. Alright, let's go with Deep Dark and Dangerous. Alright. So tell me about this false flame. Tell me about this false flame. Discipline. Myrmidon. 30 might be relevant. So, let's look up. Alright, develop or engage your self-discipline. Use your will to get a difficult task completed. Work together as a team. There's a time to go solo and a time to work with others to achieve a goal. Developing self-discipline can also assist with learning and leadership. Embody the change you wish to see. The duality is discipline and chaos versus individuality and the group. Yeah, the Myrmidon, that's where the Myrmidon. fought under the great demigod Achilles at Troy. They're brave, identically dressed soldiers who fought without fear. And what brings to mind is a corresponding herb for the Myrmidon and for Achilles is yarrow, which is incredibly healing. It's an herb that can grow wild. It can come in a variety of colors, and it can be ground up and used as a poultice to stop. It stops bleeding. So it's excellent for stopping the blood flow, and that's what the Myrmidon used to cover their wounds during battle, so they can continue fighting, so they wouldn't bleed out or anything like that. So they just used a compress of yarrow, and it's antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antifungal, antiviral. It's a very incredibly good herb to use, very, very healing. So, yeah, the Myrmidon were actually transformed from ants into people by Zeus. And what's funny is I actually just saw a couple ants today. So that's another symbolism. Ants, worker ants, they work together as a team. While developing discipline maybe seems unfashionable process in today's world, there is no doubt that having self-discipline develops character and assists with time management and the achievement of goals. In some ways, paradoxically, developing schedules that guide us enable us to have more freedom in time, not less. Crystal companion is bronzite. So this false flame is a neutral and pure schemer. It takes everything into consideration, acts according to logic and reasoning for their own purpose. It's working with people for a common goal, secrets, vigilance, subterfuge. Working in secret with vigilance with a group of people. So this false flame is working with a group, and they're combining forces, very methodical, as ants are. They work for the greater good, or not the greater good, but for the good of the colony. And if you notice that ant colonies have a different, it's like a cave system that's goes all over the place. It weaves out and webs out, and some go out scouting, some go out to, each person has their own job that they have to do. So this person is very methodical, scheming, working with a large group of people in secret. Let me double check what subterfuge means. Oh, it's loading. Oh, there we go. Come on. Come on now, don't be annoying. That's aggravating. Deceit used in order to achieve one's goal. That's subterfuge. So subterfuge is deceit used in order to achieve one's goal. So these individuals are working, using deception, secrets, and being very vigilant about it, like like a colony of ants, warriors, And one thing about the Myrmidon is they didn't give up either. Okay, so tell me about this Aquarius. This lawful good Crusader, Arthur, King Arthur, child orphan. Okay. Gunakadiet. Deep, 10 might be relevant. Blessings. So, 10. I probably butchered that name. Look deeper. Something that may seem like a curse is actually a blessing. Truth finds a way to be told. You are loved and protected. The duality is reality versus fantasy and truth and fiction. Gunakadit. Gunakadit. Okay, I remember this one. It's a guy that what he did was his family, his town was didn't have any money, and they were running out of food, and what happened was is that a monster came on shore, and it was there's like a sea monster that washed up shore, and the man captures it and kills it, puts on the skin, and hunts for fish in the waters, and then he would come back with the bounty to feed his family in the town, and he would obviously take off the skin, and after a while, he'd hide the skin, and some said that the larger creatures realized his deception and killed him, and some say that he drowned. But one day he was found on shore. But it was kind of like a self-sacrifice. He found himself on shore, but by the time that he died, his village was already prosperous and bountiful, so he got them out of the hole at the cost of himself, being a willing sacrifice, and basically manning up and finding clever ways of showing help, assistance, and bestowing blessings. And so the young man's spirit returns to the ocean, which he truly loved. His wife would sometimes see his spirit as Gunakadet. When she does, great prosperity comes to the village. It is said that if you see the monster, you too will be blessed with great fortune. And the crystal companion is labradite. So this Aquarius, lawful good Crusader, combines honor and compassion. Some absolute sweetheart. Companionship, nobility, self-realization, and a bestower of blessings. Someone who dresses up, I imagine someone who wears a suit of some kind. A noble individual. Okay, what about this partner? This social moral counselor. This advocate. Who is this? We have the Mormalikia. Service, 22, might be relevant. Now let's see what antipathy means. Antipathy. Loading, 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 loading. Okay, well that's loading. 22. Okay. Service does not mean servitude. Service should be not blind or bind you. Do not give your time to people who do not appreciate you. Justice will be done. The duality is service versus servitude and misunderstanding versus understanding. The Mormalekia were female demons of the underworld associated with the goddess Hecate. The term can be translated to mean terrible wolves. Sometimes used to scare children into being good, or as you know, benevolent, but used to scare children, or they can go on to the other extreme of blood-sucking shapeshifters who preferred young men to eat. Hecate was said to have control over dogs and wolves, and that canines of all kinds barked when she was near. This alone would atone for the fact that Hecate had wolves or wolf-like creatures working with her. If indeed Mormalekia were the monsters they were made out to be, these women who were vampiric and took the form of beautiful seductresses, then their victims may not have been all love and light either. Not always being of service is easy, not always is finding justice easy. Crystal companion being Jasper. So antipathy is a deep-seated feeling of dislike, aversion. So, this person, this Morrigan partner, social moral counselor, has a deep-seated feeling of dislike for someone or something. This person introspects, looks within, and at the opposition. Perhaps they're looking with disdain at whatever opposition they're faced with. And what they're faced with perhaps are the Mormalekia. It could be, wolves have been an ongoing theme in some of my reads, and some of the downloads I've been getting. So is the Mormalekia in this, is this the opposition? Okay. Yes, it is. Okay, so the partner is going up introspection, has observed the opposition, and has a great disdain for them because they're a pack of raging, bloodthirsty wolves working together. Justice doesn't come easy. These individuals are preventing justice from happening, from occurring. And this partner is not digging that. Has this deep-seated dislike for whatever is going on and whatever it is they're hiding. Okay. Let's move on. Alright, tell me more about this false flame. Actually, let's see here. These individuals are all connected somehow to this Aquarius. The false flame and the partner might actually be connected as well on some level. Heavenly Father, does this partner, this advocate partner, know this false flame? Alright, yes. Alright, is this false flame a part of this pack of wolves? Yes. That's a big yes. Okay. Alright, tell me more. Tell me more, tell me more. Alright, tell me about these false flames. These false flames. Alright, tell me about this false flame. Okay, we got 2. We've got volcano, which is power. 9 might be relevant. Then we got 44, the connection, the biome. So let's see here. Volcano. Old grudges should be released and let go. Heavy energy hurts us. should we hold on to it for too long? Allow your anger to flow through you rather than saving it all up for an explosive release. Reformation may be necessary. Sometimes the greatest powers are hidden from view. You have the power to create or destroy. So this individual is out for revenge of some kind. Very angry, very upset. And biomes is the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. You are asked for synergy at present. Be aware of the needs of others. You are a part of the same whole. Consider working more closely with your community. So this person is working closely with the community, but they're not looking at the bigger picture. They're looking at the little parts of it that create the whole. They're not looking at the central configuration. See in the middle that it looks kind of like the world, but it's actually a tree of life. They're not looking at life. They're not looking at their life. They're not looking at other people's lives. They're looking at their own self-gain and what they can gain out of a situation. And the only connectedness they have is to this Beck of Wolves. They don't, from what I'm gathering, this individual has no connection even to themselves or source. All right, what about this Aquarius? All right. Solitariness. Desert. 13 might be relevant. So I believe that this Aquarius is in solitude in hermit mode right now. There's a difference between being alone or solitary and being lonely. Feeling confident to spend time alone is powerful. You do not need so much. Work on developing simplicity. There is more to life than accumulating objects. You can be resilient and adapt to difficult circumstances. So this Aquarius has gone within just as much as this partner has. And this person might be this person's partner. This is a King Arthur energy, this Aquarius. King Arthur, chivalrous, fighting for the greater good, champion, might be looking for companionship, or maybe this partner is their companion. Is a noble individual and is self-realized. They know what type of person they are. They know their character. They know who they are. And they're independent. And they can conquer the fear of surviving. They understand that they have the ability to work alone, but they also are able to work as a team as well. But this is a person who is in hermit mode right now, or has been, and this individual's a blessing. This person either wears a suit or is dressing up, kind of like a shapeshifter, but not in a bad way. So this individual, wears a suit or is a shapeshifter, but not in a very nefarious way. And he or she does so. I say he because King Arthur's right here, but could be man or woman, male or female. But this individual works for the greater good. They see the bigger picture, the broader scale of things, and wants to help, and is finding out a different way to help by shape-shifting. And solitariness only reinforces the child orphan card. No problem working in solitude. Probably works best in solitude. Possibly an introvert. All right, what about this partner? All right, this partner, richness, marine life, 32 might be relevant. Fertility is yours. Your wishes will be granted. There's more than one way to find a solution to a problem. Adapt to the new. So this partner is going within as well. Introspection. considering the opposition and has a great disdain for this opposition. And they're an advocate, so they inspire you to put compassion into action. So a very compassionate individual, social moral counselor, does what's moral without breaking the law, but will work to change it. So it's somebody who wants to make a change in this world. Also holds this disdain and antipathy towards this group of individuals that this false flame is associated with or connected to somehow, and that's preventing justice from occurring, or putting a very a crimp on it. But this individual is going within introspection, trying to figure out a way to thwart these individuals, to bring forth necessary justice, thinking outside of the box, thinking outside of what these individuals, it's like a battle of cleverness. All right, let's get some crows. All right, so tell me about this false flame. All right, false flame. So what is this, the issue here with this false flame? Why are they scheming? Why are they scheming and working with a group and being deceitful? Displacement, 13 might be relevant. When a crow is angry, it can't always take out its anger on the source, as it may be gun or too significant a threat. Needing a release, crows will express their displeasure in at times destructive ways. Beware if you are lashing out at someone or taking out your frustration on an innocent bystander because you feel powerless. Emotions centered around shame and how we view our position within an experience can also contribute to displacement. When displacement appears, you may need to consider if you are confronting the source of your anger or just looking for an easy target. Be aware of how your inability to confront a source of frustration may be causing a breakdown in other relationships that you value. So this individual, this false flame, is exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. So this false flame is telling these individuals, you can't get to this specified goal without me. And so they're working together, secrets, vigilance, and subterfuge, using deception to get what they want. Working with an army, ants. They're angry. And it shows it right there, displacement. They're pissed. Very angry. Explosively so. And they're seeing they're not seeing the connection that they have to the world, or the connection between what is happening to them karmically to what they're putting forth into the world through their actions and their negative thoughts and their duplicity. All right, so tell me more. One more card for this false flame. One more card for this false flame. Abundance. They're fighting over abundance. One might be relevant. Or looking out for number one. So they're looking to pilfer abundance, because you see, like, fishermen go over and they're at the docks fishing. They got all these baskets full of fish, and so when the crows look over, there's 3 crows right there. Could be 3 people involved in this, aside from this false flame. Could be a false flame working with 2 other people for this abundance, and they see it's all set out there, all those fish and everything. And they're all taking their fill and flying off with it. They're working towards somebody else's abundance, and they're running off with it. Okay, what about this Aquarius? What about this Aquarius? Oh, there's too many. What about this Aquarius? Okay. Exposed. 17 might be relevant. It's an owl. Oh.
Mama, I found a little ant. I want to make it my friend.
Okay. You found an ant?
Yep. Do you have anything I can capture him with?
Probably one of the glass jars in the kitchen. Okay. What did I say about ants? How is that for confirmation? So, all right, let's see here. Exposed. Alone and unprotected, the fledgling is vulnerable to attack. Exposed may indicate you are being thrust into the spotlight and potentially not in a good way, depending on the circumstance. As a result, you may feel helpless and fear possible criticism. Exposed may also point to an open and free opportunity for the taking, as there will not be much in the way of opposition. Exposed speaks to the feelings that surface as a result of feeling vulnerable. Are you comfortable putting yourself out there? Does facing criticism cause you to freeze up? What opportunities have you possibly missed because of fear being seen? Exposed may also present itself as a call to examine your situation more carefully as a piece of valuable information is becoming clearer. Something or someone may expose their flaws or weaknesses, and this may prove to be beneficial information in the future. So this individual might be exposing this group somehow, or they feel exposed somehow. All right, what is this exposed? Nope. What is this exposed? Tell me more about this exposed. Got 2 cards. Territory and Wrath. 49 and 54 might be relevant. Group conflict. People are pissed. He ran away? I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll find him.
My child is awesome. Wrath. There's a group infighting going on, or this person is surrounded by people who are fighting. A lot of chaos and conflict. There's a lot of aggression. You see all that orange in there? That it's like angry. They're all pissed. Either that or they're pissed because they're getting exposed. And on top of that, territory. Somebody's infringing upon somebody's territory. Let's look up. Look at that up. Crows are very territorial. They have distinct groups, and they will not hang out too long on a block that is not theirs. Territory indicates that someone may be entering your space uninvited, or that you may be the one who is the intruder. This card may also ask if you are protecting something out of concern that someone may be trying to step on your toes or take over something you cherish. When territory appears in a reading, you may need to consider what boundaries are in place or if they are needed. Would the situation benefit from establishing some ground rules? Territory may also appear if you need to carve out some space for yourself, whether that be within your home or in the form of time to be alone. You may need to define an area that is solely yours and yours alone. So this could go both ways. Is that somebody he or she could be invading somebody else's territory, or somebody's invading theirs. But there is a lot of wrath and infighting going on, or someone believes that someone is stepping on somebody else's toes in this situation, and a feeling of either I don't belong here or you don't belong here in this situation, and or it's an indicator for people to go. Just give me a second, babe. let's see here, territory. So this individual might be possibly even looking at what divides people. What's the division? What is the argument about? Why are people divided? Or this is an indication that this individual is further reinforcing their need for solitude to figure out what it is they need to do in the matter. Hey, Adric, what do you need, babe?
I thought that since you know how ants are attracted to sugar.
What's that?
You know how ants are attracted to sugar?
Yeah.
I thought I might be able to attract a little guy with a few chocolate chips.
You probably could.
Yep.
Did you?
Yep.
All right, cool. You probably have more than one out there.
He hasn't gotten there yet.
Not yet?
I don't know where he is yet.
They'll find it. Just give it time. They'll be able to hunt it
I can't
down.
wait to make my own ant colony. Like, seriously, it's going to be adorable. You know, a colony of ants. We'll need to get a big container for them, though.
Probably.
As well as find the queen. At some point.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. My son is so fucking cute. All right. Partner, social moral counselor. So what's going on this social moral counselor regarding this situation? Finding balance. Finding inner balance. 4 might be relevant. Have you ever noticed how even on windy days, crows and other birds can stay perfectly positioned on a thin telephone wire? They seem almost unfazed or unbothered by the wind. When we are in balance, we meet external forces with our internal strength, giving each space to exist in harmony. When balance appears, you may need to call upon your inner strength, as an approaching situation may test your ability to stay cool and composed. Just like the wind, it too will make its presence known and then move along. Balance may also appear when your daily schedule could use some reorganizing. Are you creating time for yourself, or is your day consumed with tasks that drain your energy? So this individual is either finding balance or they need to find balance, but they're going within as well regarding the situation. Tell me more about this balance. But there's a situation coming up. Anomaly. 2 might be relevant. One that's somebody that sticks out. Anomaly. White is the sign, signifies purity. It's also, albinism is actually quite uncommon. So, anomaly, so they... Melanin lacking 1. Something is going to appear and it will be hard not to notice or avoid it. It is strikingly clear that what you encounter will be abnormally good or perhaps abnormally bad. Either way, it will stand out in some way. Anomaly may appear if you are contemplating an event within a relationship. You may find yourself questioning if someone's behavior, good or bad, serves as an indication of who they truly are, or if the situation was a rare event and out of character. Sometimes we just need to have one small encounter, an outlier, to understand a greater potential or to be able to rule out an absolute. So this was basically reinforcing the balance. Something is coming that's going to possibly throw this person off balance. Either something really, really good or something that's abnormally bad. But white signifies purity. And you see all the fluffs down there, the dandelion fluffs. Represents also an end of a cycle. It's the end of a cycle of life for the dandelions. They went to seed, and they from there the wind hits, and they dandelion fluffs fly away, and they propagate somewhere else. All right. All right. Let's see here. Alright, what about this, what's going on with this false flame? What more can you tell me about this false flame and this abundance? A fallen angel, spiritual narcolepsy. 19 might be relevant. So this false flame was divine at one point. But they're a fallen angel. They're still asleep. They're still in the matrix. Alright. Do not be seduced by the fallen angels, your supposed friends and companions who are ready to use you for their pleasure and have only their own interests in mind. As you soar once more in flight, receive the gift of the fallen angel as an invitation to study the forest from above the trees. In other words, to analyze your situation from a higher perspective, without being entangled in its thorny branches. Once you understand what needs to be done, head back to your lofty heights and stand by for the right moment. Action you take now may backfire. Stay conscious and wait until you are guided to change. You will know when the time is ripe. So this false flame, in their anger, could be working on, obviously being deceptive, but they're developing a plan of action. And what this person doesn't know is that they tell these people that, hey, you can't get this done without me. But at the same time, these individuals are working against this false flame. They're not looking out for them. They see this false flame as an opportunity. Like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll follow you, cool beans and stuff. Meanwhile, they feed him or her, placate them with praise and whatever it is they so desire. And meanwhile, they have their underlying intentions and motivations behind why they're following this false flame. See, this false flame has the illusion that, yeah, you can't get this done without me. Basically being self-serving, but at the same time, the group that they're working with is being self-serving, not considering what this false flame has on the line. And they're all fueled by anger and discord and arguments and revenge and vindictiveness for somebody else's abundance out of jealousy and deception. And this person is either still in the matrix or they slipped back into the matrix, thinking that materialism is the end-all be-all. It's spiritually narcoleptic. They fall asleep on themselves, where they could, instead of working with this pack of wolves for somebody else's abundance, they could be working on their own abundance spiritually, and they're being led to do so by the Most High, but they're not even considering the signs or taking signs as a deterrent from their current path. And they're being used just as much as they're using other people. So it's a sick, vicious cycle. Alright, tell me about this Aquarius. Alright. Overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. 43 might be relevant. Too much overwhelm and plenty. Opportunities and divine synchronicities destined to support your dreams abound and are lined up for you. Yet it's sometimes difficult to discern it all because you're bombarded with too much information and stimulation, distracting you from the truth that all is well. Sometimes all this overflow can be overwhelming, and you may find yourself responding with empathy overload. Empathy overload occurs when you tune into the collective angst and fear about impending changes and uncertainties. It's unmanageable. You feel like you're drowning in those emotions. It's time to allow yourself to detach, bring yourself back to your life, restore your faith in a power greater than you, and remind yourself to focus on the smaller personal universe, which is much easier to manage. In this way, you know that you are a conduit for life's blessings and can share them with others, making this perception of overflow profoundly positive. So this is a reading for this Aquarius, whoever he or she is, this lawful good crusader, this absolute freaking sweetheart, this King Arthur of sorts, or Queen Arthur, take it as it fits. It's an emphasis on solitude, going into hermit mode. Perhaps not so as not to expose or to expose other individuals, because there's so much information coming in from all the squabble with all this aggression and anger that has to do it coincides with this false flame, that there's an overwhelm. There's a emotional overwhelm, too much stimulation, too much information overload. There's so much to whatever it is that's going on. This Aquarius needs to go within and, figure shit out and organize their thoughts. And the thing is about this Aquarius is that this person is not afraid to do that. They're unique and they're self-taught. They know what they're doing. They just need to take the time to carve out the time to, sit back and relax. And it's hard to relax when you're surrounded by chaos. So, but this reading is encouraging this Aquarius to go within and try to find your center. And once you have a calm, clear mind, things tend to fall more into place. Details can be seen a lot clearer if you go within and take the time to go within. So I think this is a emphasis to take care of yourself. You need some self-care. You need a well-deserved break. Do some self-care routines. Go out, enjoy the sunshine. Go out and get yourself grounded. Take a few hours to do something that you love and kind of push this. You don't have to forget about your responsibilities and what's going on, but it's important for you to carve out time for yourself to decompress from all the overwhelm. But your existence is a blessing, and whatever it is that you're doing is a blessing to others. But you also need to take care of you as well, because if you're burning out, you're not serving or helping anybody, and you're certainly not helping yourself either in the matter. Hello, Musie. Okay, so let's see here. What about this partner? That's too many. What about this this partner, this advocate? And call my kitty crossing the camera as a confirmation of that. You need to rest, and as soon as you rest and relax, things, facts, and whatever it is you need to organize within your mind will fall into place a lot better and a lot more efficiently. Because if you're working and your brain is on overdrive, you need to still your mind. You find the truth within the stillness. All right, tell me about this partner. What is going on? What is this partner anticipating? What change is about to occur? This came out before and I just put it back because I thought it was the wrong one. Same here. The farther gate, bold step forward, 55 might be relevant. And the Dragon's Hoard, protecting the future. That's come out in multiple readings so far, the Dragon's Hoard. Now the Dragon's Hoard is what you can do to protect your legacy. And the legacy that you leave isn't for yourself, it's for your children and how you want to be remembered. It's the treasures, it's generational wealth. It's what you leave behind for your children. It's not whatever it is that you gain isn't meant for you. And there are people around that are stingy and try to hold on to these things for themselves, but they end up paying a price for it. But by observing and recognizing the fact that the dragon's hoard is in abundance, this sort of blessing is intended for generations after, and it's your obligation and duty to maintain the legacy for the future. And the farther gate 55 moving a bold step forward. So this partner is moving forward in something. So we'll see in a second what they're doing. The next experience, legacy, evolving, bold step forward. I just talked about legacy. There's an ending at hand, and that you can leave the old behind. Let it peel away like an old skin you shed. Do not hesitate. Cross the threshold boldly, and you will be rewarded. If you continue marking time instead of moving, you will miss the opportunity. The gate is open. The next landscape of your life is within reach, but the window of time to pass through it grows. Okay, move your butt. Do not dally. The gift of the farther gate is to bring you to the fullest expression of your gifts, perhaps for the first time. It is an invitation to a sacred passage, a new discovery, and both great challenges and opportunities. It is not a graduation. There are no rewards other than the exploration itself. You have been a farmer for far too long, tilling the hard soil that now bears little fruit for you. Time to put on the explorer hat once again. So this person, whatever situation that they're in, they're moving forward from it. So whatever is about to occur, either because or within these Mormalekia, the pack of wolves, there's going to be an upheaval, and this person's going to maintain their balance because they're being more information is being provided to them about the situation, about this pack of wolves, and they understand that it's the legacy is important. What kind of legacy do you want to leave? What do you value? What's most important to you? And this person is valuing moving forward, making a change. That there's an end of a cycle, and it's time to move forward. It's either moving forward mentally, physically, spiritually, or with a project, with a plan, with action, or within yourself. All right. So, what's the deal? Oh, I gotta plug in my phone. Hold on a second. Oh boy, it got stuck. There we go. Give me a second. Ooh, my ear's ringing. My ear's ringing. Ooh, my ear's ringing. Alright. Ooh, my ear's ringing. Holy shnikes. Alright. So, tell me about this fallen angel, this false flame. What is what are they working toward aside from this abundance? What's their next course of action? What is their next course of action? Or what was their course of action? Because this individual, they hit a brick wall because whatever it is that they're planning, it's going to backfire on them. So what were they planning? What were they planning? What were they planning? Individuality, 47 might be relevant. I marked one young vampire in a way that is unique, setting her apart from all others. Choosing her symbol is important because it reminds you to reflect on your own unique abilities. It also reminds you not to compare yourself with others. This is a... Alright, let me see. Oh, he's cute. Alright. He's going to run out of air eventually, but you're going to have to put something in there for him to eat.
I did.
Probably put some water in there too because they need to drink too.
Yep.
Wait,
we need to poke a small hole.
He'll probably crawl out. Little ants like that can fit through really teeny tiny holes. So, I'm not sure if you'll be able to keep him. If he was a little bit bigger, that'd be different.
Wait, what if we put cloth? We use cloth as a top.
Possibly. That's actually a good idea. Alright. We'll see when I'm done, okay? We'll see when I'm done. I got something, or paper towel might work.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. But wait, they eat plants and technically it's plant. You'll eat it. It's fiber.
Okay. Well, let me finish getting this done and then I'll come out and help you.
Wait, can I use one of our old washcloths?
No. Wait until I'm done and then I'll help you, okay? Alright. Alright, let's see here. So this person is let's see here. No one is the same. No one's beauty greater or lesser than yours. No one's life better than, or less than yours. Others may seem happy doing things a certain way, but if you feel as if you're compromising yourself to fit in, don't. People will love you for who you are, not someone you're trying to be. Your task here is only to be yourself. This is a powerful sign. So this could be someone who's trying to be someone they're not, or they're trying to emulate somebody, or they're trying to put themselves in a position to where people see them as something that they're not. The only way you can get this done is through me. If I help you. That's the illusion that they're bringing up. But these people are realizing that this person, they don't need this person, but they're using them. They've got ulterior motives. There are two motives here. There's a motive with this false flame who's telling these people, okay, work with me and get this stuff done, and it'll help all of us. And you can't do it without me because I have this, that, or the other. Meanwhile, this group of people are thinking to themselves, oh, yeah, sure. And but in the midst of them, they're working against him too, or her too, because they're realizing either with their numbers or with their own resources that they don't, or they realize that this person is putting on a front. They're not being authentic, and they're realizing perhaps that they can get things done without them. All right. Let's see here. I had to shoo my kid out of here again. And give the mom knife hand. I'll be out in a minute. I love my boy. All right. Tell me about this. I gotta wrap this up soon, so I gotta help him. All right. Individuality. Tell me about this individuality. Understanding. 43 might be relevant. 43, right here. It's one thing to read something or hear something, but it is another thing to truly understand something. You're being asked to keep an open mind and heart and allow yourself to absorb information as you receive it. Be open to the wisdom that can only come with time, patience, and perspective. Try to get outside of yourself and imagine what it is like to walk in someone else's shoes. To understand is to have power. So this person is, I think, taking a step back and actually perhaps looking at the bigger picture. Perhaps looking at things in a different way. Perhaps perhaps it was something I said. Kitty, come down there. Thank you. Let's see here. What is this understanding? What are they understanding now? What are they understanding now? What are they understanding now? They're understanding that they're trapped. They're in a mental prison. 34 might be relevant. They're stuck in a mental prison. 4334. 43, 43, and 4334. Synchronicities might be numbers you might need to look up. 43, 43, and 4334. I'll put that down in the description box. This person is trapped in a situation. They're either in an emotional entrapment, like stuck inside their own head regarding the situation, and they're like, crap, I got myself into this, and they're trying to think their way out of it. Perhaps things are becoming clearer for them, and the position that they're in, and they're stuck in their head about it. The choices. All right, let's get one more card. Why are they stuck in their head? Let's get clarity. Why are they stuck in their head? Because they took an oath. 49 might be relevant. Making a promise. They either made a promise to somebody or made a promise to this group of people that they will follow through with what they said that they were going to do, or the part that they play in this situation, and they feel like they can't back out of it, and maybe they are in the process of waking up. Maybe that's what they needed, was this clarity in order to put things into more of a perspective for them. That it's just as much as they're using this group to get revenge, this group is also using them to their own benefit. And within that, and they know that this person is being inauthentic, and this group knows that they don't need this false flame, but are placating them. Like, yeah, okay, we can't do this without. Maybe they had them fooled before, but this group knows that they can follow through with, or they wanted to follow through with something. Obviously, whatever they have planned is blocked, or perhaps maybe the plan was to get this person to reveal their mask, or get them in a compromising position. They're understanding. And maybe this person is finally understanding their situation and the intentions behind this group of people, and now they feel like they're trapped. As they led these people to believe that they're something that they're not, and this group is finding out that they're not what they say they are, and now this person is feeling trapped, or because they took an oath and they want to get out of this situation and break away from it. And perhaps, this is a wake-up call for this person. That's why Fallen Angel came out. Maybe this person, took an oath to help them, and maybe they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Maybe they feel like that there's 1333 on the clock. And so, pledging themselves to this group, or pledging their funds, pledging their resources, pledging themselves to a vicious cause, a cause for deception, and they're fueled by anger, and they're frustrated. All right, one more card. What is this oath? What did they promise? High Priestess of Spirit. 7. Basically, a High Priestess. They promised them a High Priestess of Spirit. Someone who's spiritually awake, someone who's spiritually sound. It says, know that all things, events, and experiences are woven together like a magical web that can be seen only in the darkest night and not by human eyes. My child, everything that you need to know is part of the divine scheme of things. A meaningful coincidence, a blessed friendship, a lover, and a significant experience are all orchestrated by me to help you become a powerful being you are meant to become. No matter what is in front of you, something important is brewing. You will know the answer to the what soon enough, but I keep secret the why. You may step forward knowing that some things are meant to remain a mystery. So whatever they're moving forward to is a mystery. Whatever they're coming after is a mystery, or the person that they were trying to go after, whose abundance they were trying to go after, is a mystery. They can't predict what they do, what they say, their intentions, their purpose, and they certainly can't stop them. I'll break out the tarot on that. Adric, I said I'd help you when I'm done. Okay, I said I'd help you when I'm done. Adric, I said I'd help you when I'm done. I said I'd help you when I'm done. Please go in the other room until I'm done. Thank you. Okay. Alright. Aquarius, I don't even have to say Aquarius. Alright, Aquarius. The fledgling. One might be relevant. Well, it landed on that. Let's see here. Fledgling. Alright. Is this fledgling supposed to be on the false flame? Yes. Okay. And it reinforces the previous card. It's a time for you to remember that you cannot know things until you experience them. Being in this evolving state means you may stumble a bit. Don't expect yourself to be perfect. Be gentle with yourself. There's a sign of new growth and wonderful opportunities. Step forward with curiosity and a willingness to learn and discover. So this individual is learning a great deal from what's going on, from their experience, from their insight. And perhaps this is a means with which they can not be so spiritually narcoleptic. They can move forward and start looking within and observe, don't be trapped inside your head. Don't think that you're trapped. Still your mind. Don't think of yourself as being in a mental entrapment. Get out of your head and start doing mindfulness exercises. Go outside, ground yourself, stand in the grass in your bare feet, and just shut off your mind. And what the best, thing I've been able to that helps me ground is to open your ears, like shut off your mind and don't think of anything. Just observe the sounds, observe the smells, the taste, what you feel. There's a exercise that I did back in high school in my creative writing class, and my teacher brought the class outside, and we had to sit there in the grass and describe all from all senses what we hear, taste, touch, and experience. What can you see? And with as much description as we could, we would describe on paper the scenery, what we felt. And that's like one of the key points in when you're writing is the setting, and that's basically what you have to consider and actually envelop yourself within is your setting. People are too much in their heads and not observing the world around them, not recognizing what's happening around them. People have become solely focused on themselves that they don't realize what's going on around them, which is why people emphasize the fact that you need to look at the bigger picture and not the tiny details. And if you're trapped in your head, you can't see an out for yourself. If that's what you want, if you want an out from this group, if you want a way to become more spiritually sound, you have to go within, but not in a fashion that makes you trapped in fear. Because keeping yourself trapped in fear is what's going to continue to hold you back. Instead of focusing on the things that you've done negatively, think of the things that you can do either to change your situation in a positive respect for the greater good, for your highest good, and not for self-serving means. Anybody can make a change within a microsecond to change their lives. All it takes is the thought and the motivation to make that change. You don't have to be stuck in your head. I mean, sure, sit and ponder and think your way out of the situation, sure, but don't do so in a way that's going to keep you trapped in your head. You got to, get out and observe, really take in your surroundings. And in fact, in that fact, once you take out your current surroundings and you calm your mind down, you can actually see things from a more objective point of view, and you can get out of this volcano energy that you've got, this discord, this anger and hatred that's going on with within the group. This anger, and the anger is going to keep you trapped inside your head too. It's not doing you any good. And you can do better than that. You swore an oath to this group or to somebody, or maybe you swore an oath to this high priestess of spirit, and you excuse me, spiritual bird. Maybe that fell through somehow for some reason. This anger and this resentment, this revenge plot, and or maybe it was because like I said, you might have made this oath to this group of people to bring down this high priestess of spirit. But the thing is that this high priestess of spirit is full of spirit. This high priestess of spirit connects directly to spirit. And you can't know everything. It's like, you work with what knowledge you have, but people overestimate the knowledge and the resources that they have, and they think it's infinite, but in reality the resources are finite. And the fledgling is you start a beginning. The fledgling is like a bird learning how to fly, just starting spreading their wings. Maybe you're new on this journey. Maybe you're really considering to going on the spiritual journey and waking up and seeing things for what they are, seeing your life for what it is, and where you got yourself. And honestly, I think the greatest, the greatest gift you can give yourself is by breaking away from this group. No matter what oaths, sometimes your oaths confirmation can be broken, because if those oaths are made not from your highest good, then sometimes oaths are good to break, because you're breaking a covenant with the devil, with the negativity, with the darkness. Not all oaths are good oaths to keep. And you can spread your wings and fly. You just have to take the time, with the spiritual narcolepsy. That means at one point in time you were awake, but you keep on falling back into the same routines. What you need to do is awake and stay awake, and don't delude yourself into thinking, or don't let other people delude you into thinking there's something that it's not. That it's a bad idea for you to remain awake to a situation, to let people cover it up with illusions, just so you can continue working with them and giving to them. All right, Aquarius. Summon. 13 might be relevant. There's another 13 in there, isn't there? Not in this read. So this Aquarius is summoning something. What are they calling on? What are they calling on? What is this Aquarius calling upon? A message. 45 might be relevant. So they're either reaching out to give a message, or they're waiting for a message. Or perhaps maybe this is their message. All right, what is this message? This message is about the High Priestess of Water. 4 might be relevant. All right, water is a transforming element that flows in rivers, makes waves in the vast ocean, turns to hard, cold ice, and disperses as hot steam. Water can change into snowflakes, white fluffy clouds, and rain. When you draw the symbol of water, it signifies a time when things in your life are changing shape right before your eyes. Go with the flow, as these changes are powerful signs of wondrous experiences, lessons, and gifts. Even if you don't understand these changes at the moment, you will later. So this is based solely upon emotion. Things are changing rapidly. Perhaps it's this high priestess that is eliciting this change, or perhaps this is a message you want to give to the high priestess of water, or perhaps it's a message that this high priestess of water is giving to you. All right, one more card to clarify this, Lord. One more card to clarify this. We've got self-worth. 32 might be relevant, and 46, choices. So, this person is determining their self-worth, or this high priestess of water has. Let's see here. All right. Are these two cards for the high priestess of water? All right. Is it all right? Clear that. Is this high priestess of water a person that they're messaging or giving a message to or getting a message from? Yes. All right. So I'm gonna put you skewed like this a bit. All right. So this high priestess of water has realized her self-worth. 32 might be relevant. She realizes that she can love and realizes her self-worth. What is she deserving of? She's a person that keeps her heart out and heart open, but she also doesn't keep it on her sleeve. And most people, when they think of keeping your heart on your sleeve, they think right at the wrist, where you can easily give it to somebody else. But this heart is on her shoulder. It's still on her sleeve, but she's keeping it close to her chest instead of leaving it out there, because she knows her worth. She knows who is deserving of it. And she's not going to just give it freely to just anybody. She's going to give it to somebody who's worthy of it. And this person, either this high priestess or this Aquarius, has a choice, either for their highest good, or they're faced with a choice. There's a dark road, and then there's the high road. Let's find out what this choice is. What is this choice? What is this choice? Hope. This person has hope. 27 might be relevant. I need just a second. Can you wait a little bit until I'm done?
Number one drowned.
Oh, you drowned. Oh dear.
I gotta find another one now.
Collecting ants. I love you. So this high priestess of water has hope. And the choice they made is to have hope. Alright, let's clear this. Alright, this was the choice made to have hope? Was that the choice that they made? So this high priestess of water knows her worth. A very strong individual, and had a choice between whether or not to take the high road or take a darker path or continue down a darker path. And they had a choice, and they chose to hope. Get one more card to see what are they hoping for? What are they hoping for? What are they hoping for? What is this high priestess of water hoping for? Movement away from the deceit. 29 and 38 might be relevant. This high priestess had a choice to move forward, have hope, to move away from all the deceit, all the backstabbing, all the hurt and pain. They had a choice whether or not they wanted to continue down a darker path, to continue on, doing whatever low vibrational things that they were doing, but they chose to overcome that, move forward, because they realize their self-worth and that they can do better than that. And instead of continuing in the low vibrational status, they decided to have hope for a future, a hope to move away and move forward and away from all the chaos, all the abuse, the self-inflicted negativity that they're doing to themselves, and get away from all the deceit that they were surrounded with. Perhaps it's and the deceit correlates with this false flame and Nyx, the deceit in the subterfuge going on with this false flame. This High Priestess of Water wanted to move away from all that, move away from the false flame and this group of people who are working out of a heart space of deceit. And this Aquarius sees what this High Priestess has done and how far that she's come. Or he could be a dude. Alright, let's get with this partner. Alright, what's going on with this partner? There's differences. 36 might be relevant. They're realizing that there's, just because an apple and an orange are different fruits doesn't mean that they're not fruits any more than the white cat and the black cat are different just because they're of a different color. They're seeing that somebody can be one thing and another, and recognizing also that people are different, that people have different perspectives, people have different ways of thinking. But that doesn't make them any different from anybody else. Just because someone, behaves or acts or thinks differently doesn't mean they're any less. It's duality, the darkness and light. It's focusing more on, maybe encouraging to focus more on similarities as opposed to differences. Or perhaps this partner has obvious difference in opinion to what's going on with this false flame and their cronies about the opposition. And they are looking for their own legacy. Tell me about these differences. Tell me about the differences. The differences equate success. 39 might be relevant. All right. Success. Accomplishments are not yours now, and you are in a position to reap the rewards of your hard work. Symbol of success reminds you that hard work pays off. Being true to yourself and refusing to compromise will yield good things. Choosing the symbol is a wondrous sign that all is well in your life. The symbol requires you to keep working hard, lest you lose knowledge and you have gained. Now is the time for slacking off, keeping going, and celebrate even the smallest victory. Be proud of yourself as I am proud of you. Remember, everything you choose now will come to be realized. Choose wisely. So whatever choice this person is going to make, there's a victory to be seen with this partner. This partner is going to see victory in whatever it is that they're doing. What is this success? What are they going to find success in? What are they going to find success in? What are they going to find success in? Complicated. 11 might be relevant. The success might be complicated. They're going to whatever it is that they're planning, what this partner is planning. Now we've got the group of people who has made it very, very difficult for justice to be served. And because of that, this partner has to think outside the box. They have to go at something sideways as opposed to straightforward. And the situation in of itself is a complicated one because of the lack of justice within it. There are so many moving parts in it, and so much anger, hostilities, and so many, individuals involved. I mean, you saw this card with this Aquarius. There's a lot of people involved in whatever this is. There's a ton of people involved. And because there's a lot of people involved, and each person has a moving part, their own whatever it is that they did individually, include as well as a whole group. And because of the complexity of the situation, getting justice of any kind is going to be complicated. There's going to be success. There's going to be success. And they realize that just because people, somebody's different, doesn't mean that they are any less, that they're no less of a person just because they are different. But whatever this partner is going at sideways, this advocate, this social moral counselor, and they do what's right without breaking the law, but will advocate for things to change, for laws to be changed. There will be success in whatever it is they're doing. There's a closing of a cycle, and they're moving forward onto to the next cycle. But just because they're moving on to the next cycle, it's still complicated. But just because it's complicated doesn't mean they're going to not get success. They are going to get success. It's just there's just more work that needs to be done. One more card to close out this complicated. One more card, please. High Priestess of Air. 6 might be relevant. Air is a quick, fast movement. It's also it's basically Queen of Swords energy. Logical thinking, reason, using your mind to consider the next action are the qualities encouraged by my vampire High Priestess of Air. This is the wisdom of the House of Night. Alright. Now is the time to think before you act. You are blessed with a wondrous mind and imagination. Your ability to communicate is enhanced when you meet the High Priestess of Air. This is the moment to have reasonable conversations and make calculated decisions. So this partner has to make some calculated decisions, be calculated in their next move. They are going within, and it's encouraged very much for this Aquarius to go within too, and still your mind and take a break. It sounds like you need a break, my dear. Alright, let's close this out with a few more decks. Let's break out a rune too. Alright. Alright. Alright, what runes are we going for? For this, what rune would be good for this, false flame? Gebo. It came out sideways. And Gebo is generosity and balance, and it's sideways. Gebo is it can't be interpreted in reverse. So that's all right. Share the light with others. It's encouraging. It's a symbol of partnership, love, and balance between giving and receiving, taking and offering. This rune reminds us that being good is not only about giving; it's also about accepting to receive. However, giving with ulterior motives and thinking that you will be loved because of it will only lead to resentment and exhaustion. Share only what you can and what you really want to avoid feeling exploited and unloved. Gebo symbolism is not limited to material exchange, but also to the bonds we build through communication and caring for each other. The divinatory meaning is gift, love, partnership, loyalty, synergy, harmony, balance, exchange, generosity, reconciliation, and association. Represents the element of air. Alright, what's a rune for this Aquarius? Is joy and harmony, Wunjo. If I can find it. Okay. Alright. The reversed meaning is isolation, unjustified mistrust, lack of confidence in oneself and in others, sorrow and conflict. The wisdom of Wunjo is it symbolizes the joy and harmony that comes from sharing. It indicates that joy is achieved by being in harmony with what surrounds you. Even in the face of adversity, it encourages you to maintain a positive mood, inner peace, unity with the world, with people, and nature. Wunjo can strengthen the positive aspects of other runes and weaken the negative ones. It reminds you how rewarding optimism and positive thinking about your efforts can be. Learn to appreciate your happy moments so they continue to resonate with you when an event comes your way. And because this is in reverse, it's isolation. It's the element is earth. So you're feeling isolated. There's unjustified mistrust, a lack of confidence in yourself and in others, sorrow and conflict. Which is basically, this is why this reading is encouraging you to take a break and a step away from the conflict and, relax a little bit and get, try to calm your mind down, calm yourself down. Because it sounds like you're right in the thick of it right now. And you're not feeling any joy in the situation. Perhaps you are feeling isolated. Perhaps in a different way, not physically isolated, but maybe emotionally isolated, perhaps. Spiritually isolated could also be a possibility, but it's encouraging you to isolate, to take a break and go within. So maybe it's isolation from your feelings, the unjustified mistrust. Perhaps you have misplaced trust, or you don't trust somebody, or somebody doesn't trust you, or you feel that way. You have a lack of confidence. You're confident in yourself. So that doesn't apply. You are confident in yourself, but you're not confident in other people. You work better. You feel like you work better on your own. You've learned that you can work better. That you can work on your own. There's sorrow and conflict. You're upset over this situation. It's really bothering you over this conflict. It's really bugging you. You need to take a step back, hon. It'll do you loads of good if you chunk out a piece of time, or even a place or a certain time throughout the day, or at the end of your day even, to focus on you and sitting in quiet and not mulling or anything like that. Give yourself the freedom to think of something other than this conflict, other than whatever it is that's bringing you sorrow. And stop and catch your breath, because you deserve a break. Because from the sounds of it, you're a beautiful person. A beautiful person that's just stuck in the thick of things. And you just have to, you've learned that you can work independently, but you also, within that independence, you also, like with work and stuff, you punch a time clock, and your boss gets to tell you when you take a break, a smoke break or a lunch break. And if you're working independently, you have to remind yourself to take a break. You can't keep on moving forward and not allow yourself a breather, because you're going to end up burning out. So you need to take that break and go within and just clear your mind. I would suggest not even think about this situation for at least a chunk of time. Do something that you love. Do something that brings you joy. Because right now you don't have joy right now, and you really need to have that joy. And this needs to be in the upright. You need to find joy, hon. You need to do something that brings you joy. That makes you feel good about yourself. That'll calm your mind. And you do more than deserving of that. All right, what about this this partner? Partner is Isa. Introspection, ego. It's in reverse. Eventually, I might have all these cards memorized. You know, it's a good way of doing that. Doing more readings. Okay, introspection. It can't be interpreted in the reverse. So, Isa symbolizes blocked situations, a drop in energy, periods of immobility, isolation, a period of calm and solitude, but not the end. Isa invites you to refocus on yourself, to concentrate your energies in preparation for the rebirth that will follow this phase of stagnation. Just as the ice, which on the surface seems pure and quiet, hides underneath an explosion of fertility that is ready to manifest itself. But all will come in due time, and for now, Isa reminds you that you must be patient. There is no point in spending your energy in frustration or anger. Focus your energies on trying to learn more about yourself, to act independently and thoughtfully. The divinatory meaning is period of reflection, self-awareness, and self-control. Monotony, immobility, lack of change, delay, slow, calm, rest, reinforcement, patience, and solitude. The element it represents is water as ice. So this is also encouraging you to go within, but that's something I think that you're in the process of doing anyways, and you've got this, you're pissed. You are absolutely livid at this group of people. They're pissing you the hell off. And you're like, I just want this to be done. It's so complicated. I just want it to be done and over with. And it's frustrating. And what this group is doing is infuriating to you. You do not like what they're doing. You do not like these people, and they're slowing things down for you. They're making things difficult for justice to be served, and you want justice to be served, but there's a requirement of patience that's needed because of how complicated the situation is. All right, let's get a Soul's Journey card, and then we'll get to the I Ching. Okay. Alright, what are the lessons that, what is the lesson that this false flame is learning? What is the lesson that this false flame is learning? Okay. Peace. I'm being of love, and I release all negative energy. That's what they're learning, or they have learned that, or in the process thereof. Let me double check. That one flew out. Alright. Has this false flame learned peace? Yes, they have. They've learned to find a peace within themselves. Here, shed a little light on the subject, hey? So this individual, this false flame, has learned peace within themselves. All right. And they're being of love, and they're releasing the negative energy. Perhaps they're considering their position, that they don't need this group, that they can do better on their own, and this group, or whoever they are just holding them back from being their highest self, and they're forcing, I believe, this false flame into being spiritually narcoleptic, And the problem is that you can't place blame just on the group. They have to take accountability as well. They're allowing this group to keep them in the dark, allowing this person to hold themselves back. And just because you make an oath to somebody, if it's not for your highest good and it's not going to benefit you in the long run to your highest good, it is best to break that oath and make an oath to the divine, that make an oath to yourself even, to rise above and do better and change for the better. We've got courage at the bottom of the deck. Find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So this individual is finding peace and they're moving through their fear. They're having courage to move forward to their greater good. And that's an awesome, awesome thing to see. All right, Aquarius. Loneliness in reverse. I know that I am never alone in reverse. So this Aquarius has to learn that, you know, they're good on their own as working independently, but they do want a companion. But they're never alone anyways. That just because you and you know, even in this respect, you know, you work independently, but just because you work independently doesn't mean you're alone. You're not lonely, but you're not alone either, even when you're working independently, because, you know, as a light worker, as a lawful good crusader, you are working with the divine. You're working with the higher power who is always with you. So you're not alone in whatever it is you're doing. Even when you are alone, you're not alone when you're alone. Because the Almighty is always watching over you, no matter what you go through, no matter what you face. So if you feel like you're facing something alone, you're really not, because you got the divine on your side. And you're a lawful good crusader, which means you are a light worker. You're Arthur. Definitely a light worker. And you got to remember that God, the divine, the universe is on your side. So whenever you feel like you're alone in contending with something, remember that the divine is on your side and they've got your back. Gratitude at the bottom of the deck. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So this is a very grateful individual. They're grateful for, you know, their blessings and what they're able to give to this world through their honor and compassion. All right, partner. Adversity, sideways. I accept the challenges are the best way to learn. Came in sideways. So this is a lesson that this partner is currently learning, that you accept the challenges, and the challenges are the best way to learn. And this challenge, or the adversity, is reinforced by the complexity, the complex card. The complicated in the lack of justice, but adversity. I accept the challenges that are the best way to learn. They're learning this. All right. Last but not least, the I Ching. Maybe I'll do my universal law. My 2 more decks. This one. All right. What's the I Ching for this false flame? Okay. For this false flame. Alright, false flame. Got 50. Alright. Above fire, below wind. Spiritual sustenance. Wood feeds fire and keeps it alive. Without this nourishment, the fire would soon die out. In the same way, people need spiritual sustenance to keep the fire of the human spirit alive. The cauldron is a holy vessel into which one places his or her life as an offering to the divine. Such devotion leads to supreme good fortune. All good things proceed from the sacrifice. So the oath that this false flame needs to make is an oath to the divine, to be the holy vessel, and the divine will provide you holy the sustenance you need spiritually, if only you ask, if only you seek. Seek and you shall find. You have to want to get out there and do that. And unless you continually feed into your spirituality and grow and heal and break the oath with the darker forces that you've made, and and replace that oath with another oath with the divine, you have to worry about anybody influencing you to be spiritually narcoleptic, because you'll sever those negative ties from that group of people who are holding you back. You think that they're helping you move forward, but the only thing that they're doing is holding you back, and they're using you as a means to an end. You think that you have the authority and the power, but in all actuality, the reality is that you don't. They just give you the illusion that you have power. And I think you're starting to see that. All right, what about this Aquarius? 47 might be relevant. Exhaustion. I knew it. Didn't I tell you? You're exhausted, hon. Take a break. All right. Water abandons the lake. Spiritual exhaustion. Water has drained away from the lake, leaving it dry and barren. In human life, character is proven in times of adversity, when it seems like all joy is drained from life. Maintain hope and good cheer, and under hard circumstances can bring exhaustion of spirit. When fate is unkind, care must be taken to replenish what has been used up. One must remain true to oneself. So this Aquarius, just as much as this High Priestess, has hope. And maybe this Aquarius knows their self-worth. This Aquarius had a choice, and they choose to hope. Choose hope. You're spiritually exhausted. You need a break. But through that exhaustion, it shows your true character of what you do, while you're exhausted. Can you move forward and still be spiritually sound while being exhausted? Because if you can still make the right choices, even though you're just completely depleted, that shows your true character. That shows that you can still move above and beyond. And, as long as you hold tight to hope that things will get better, that things will change, that you'll grow from this experience, and that, things will turn out for the way they should be, for the greater good. Maintain your hope and good cheer. You're facing really dire circumstances right now. And which is why, it says, maintain hope and good cheer under hard circumstances. It can bring exhaustion of spirit. So are you pretending to be cheerful and keeping up a good demeanor while you're spiritually exhausted? Or are you actually, cutting out the time for yourself to enjoy life? Because life isn't just about the hardships that you face. It's about enjoying the moments that you have. The things that, bring happiness into your life. You need remain true to yourself. And when fate is unkind, care must be taken to replenish what has been used up. Just reinforces the fact that you need to go within and you need to take a break, honey. You're exhausted. And when it comes to if you're pretending to be cheerful throughout negative circumstances, you're wearing a mask. Find your cheer, find your joy, and allow that to consume you. And if you're genuinely cheerful, that's not a mask you wear. It'll also replenish you. Work on your heart chakra. Do something playful, something that brings, makes you laugh and smile. Even if it's like a comedy, just, sit down and watch a funny movie or something. Just a way to just, get your mind off the chaos. All right, partner. To the social, moral, counselor, advocate, partner. 2 came out. We got 36 and 63. 3663. There's a lot of synchronicities in this reading I've seen. I'll write them all down in the description box. So, 63. After completion. Above water, below fire. Water over fire, cautious optimism. Fire and water are elements in opposition to most circumstances. Here they work together by setting rules that sustain the endeavor. Too little fire and the water will not heat. Too much heat and the water will boil over, extinguishing the fire. The situation has been set up for success, but it must be closely attended as it proceeds. Recognize the dangers as well as the rewards. And we've got 36. Darkening of the light. Fire under earth, a time for caution. To survive dark times when one's inner light must be concealed and protected, it does not serve to draw attention to oneself under the present. It does not serve to draw attention to oneself under the present circumstances. The work should be done in secret and the player should appear compliant. Thus, strength is reserved and future success is more likely. And last but not least, all right, the laws and the principles. Okay. All right, for the false flame. All right. False flame, the Messiah in reverse. Laws of karma. The law of change. History repeats itself until we learn from it and change our path. 9 noble virtues. Perseverance. I press on against all odds until my goal is met and the task is finished. Bushido. Integrity. Be acutely honest throughout your dealings with all people. Believe in justice not from other people but from yourself. To the true warrior, all points of view are deeply considered regarding honesty, justice, and integrity. Universal laws, the law of polarity. There are 2 sides to everything. 10 commandments, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. 9 noble virtues, self-reliance. I learn skill and grow strong so I may earn my way into the world and be no burden to others. Tai Chi trigrams, Ku, shoulder stroke, northwest mountain. Tai Chi 5 elements. Tuibu, step backward, wood. It's time to take a step back. 9 noble virtues, honor. I stand by my oaths and honor my ancestors by keeping my name pure among my kindred. You got to determine also the quality of your kindred. If you're surrounded by people who don't have your best interest in mind, Are they really your kindred? Bushido, respect. True warriors have no reason to be cruel. They do not need to prove their strength. Warriors are courteous even to their enemies. Warriors are not only respected for their strength in battle, but also their dealings with others. Okay. Aquarius. All right. Aquarius, we got Dale Carnegie, earn trust and credibility. Connect with core desires and let the other do the talking. Dale Carnegie, earn trust and credibility. Avoid arguments. Armor of God, shield of faith. Ephesians 6:16. In all circumstances, take up the shield of faith with which you can extinguish all the flaming darts of the evil one. Universal law, the law of rhythm. Nothing is permanent. Hermetic principles, mentality. The all is mind, the universal's mental. Universal laws, law of gender. Manifestation requires a balance of energies. Dale Carnegie, earn trust and credibility. Begin in a friendly way when faced with resistance. 9 noble virtues, industriousness. I take joy in labor and hold nothing back in the work I have pledged to do. All right. What about this partner? That's, yeah. All right. For this, the advocate partner, social moral counselor, Sohays, elbow strike, southeast lake, this Tai Chi trigrams. Armor of God, breastplate of righteousness, Ephesians 6:14. Stand therefore having fastened the belt of truth and having put on the breastplate of righteousness. Tai Chi trigrams, push downward. 10 Commandments, thou shalt not have no other gods before me. 7 spiritual laws of success, intention and drive. What you put your attention on, you attract. Take active and massive action on your intentions to achieve your desires. Don't forget to let things flow on its own. Laws of karma, the law of here and now. We cannot be present if we are looking backward. 9 noble virtues, truth. I seek the truth even though it may be a hard truth. I speak true words or stand in silence. I defend the truth from those who do not honor it. Hermetic principles, vibration. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Dale Carnegie, earn trust and credibility. Never tell others they are wrong. 9 noble virtues, courage. I face my fear and defend my family and kindred from all dangers. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That is your read. Thank you for joining me if you feel inclined to do so. And if you liked my read, look in the description box below. Any and all donations are welcome and appreciated. And you're not obligated to do so. It just helps me continue doing reads. Also, if you look on my Facebook page, I've pinned to the top a fundraiser of sorts. I need help with my electric bill right now. And any and all donations are greatly appreciated, and I would really appreciate the help. If you don't, the information is right there. I'll put it in the description box below. I really appreciate you guys spending the time with me to do this read. I'm probably going to do a couple more tonight, possibly. And I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed giving it to you. Thank you very much for being here. Have a good night.